Dear children, good morning. So today we are going to make negative tense. To learn to make negative sentence. So okay children, last day we learned how we can make a present continuous, past continuous into negative. That was very easy. All of you know that auxiliary verbs, with auxiliary verbs we can directly add not. Okay, so that way we made all into negative sentence. Whereas a sentence in simple present tense and sentence in simple past tense, we cannot directly add what not. So how are we going to add not to make it into negative, and how are we going to ask questions? Okay, so these are also very useful to you. So I thought I will teach this also. Okay children, so see, I have written one sentence in the simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense affirmative means what? Positive sentence. For positive sentence, I write, he writes, they write. What is the difference between I? Here I have written in the simple present tense, I write. Here I have written, he writes, S is added. What is that? Yes, you all know. Because the subject is third person singular. So we have already learned that for the third subject, if the subject is third person singular, we have to add S or ES to the verb to make into simple present tense. Okay children, you remember that? What should we do? To make into simple present tense, we have to add S or ES to the verb in the present tense if the subject is third person singular. Okay, so for he, we naturally added S. So he writes, I write, they write. Okay, so to make this into negative, can we directly add not here? No, we cannot. Understood? So, well, how did we do? So to make into negative, you see, if the subjects are first person, second person, third person, you remember. Okay, I'll just tell you once more. First person is I and we, second person is you, all the rest are third person. Okay, first person is I, we, second person is only you, third person, all the rest are third person. And but in that they is third person plural. Okay, so they will come along with what? First and second person, because that is third person plural. So you see here, to make it to negative, I, we, first person, you, second person, third person plural, they, we add what? Do here. Okay, clear children? To make into negative, we cannot directly add not here. So to make into negative, we make use of this auxiliary verb do to make it into negative. You see here the example, I do not write. Okay, we have added I do not write. Okay, so which all places, which all subjects we can add do here for the subject? First person, I, we, second person, you, and third person plural, they, we can add what? Not do, or to add not. So they will become they do not, I do not. Okay, so then you see he, she, the third person singular. If the subjects are third person singular, for example, he, she, it, any names, Rahul, Rohit, any names, and then all the things which are singular, third person singular, we use does to add not. Okay, we use what? Does to add not. You can see the here example, he does not write. Okay, he does not write. So, third person singular, what we have to use? We have to use does. So, first person, second person and third person plural, we have to use do. Third person singular, we have to use does to make it to negative and to make it into questions also. Okay, so you can see here, I write, I do not write. He writes, he writes, he does not write. Okay, not he do not write. And then they write, they do not write. Okay, so to make it into questions, see, for making in the questions you already know, or auxiliary verbs, when we use auxiliary verbs and make a statement, we can make invert and then make it into question. Just like that word. Here, he does not. So this is the subject. He is the subject here. Does is the verb here. So to make it into question, what did we do? We brought the verb here. Does. Okay, verb we brought first and then the subject. Does he write? Okay, so children, from making or changing a statement into a question, it is doing like this. Okay, so it's very easy. So what do? We change the subject and the verb. So this is the subject, he is the subject here, does is the verb here. We brought the verb here first to make it into question, and then we brought the subject here. Does he, right here. And for do, they, we know we have to use do to make it into a question. So we brought the do here, first verb and then the subject. Do they write? Okay, children, clear to you? So different types we can make questions. Different types, that is using auxiliary verbs we can make question, and then we can also make use of WH questions, and then that all you know, what, where, which, why, who, all these words, question words we can use, and then make questions also. So now we understood, clear children? Once more should I repeat? So first in the present tense, what do we use? We use the different types of sentence. I write, he writes, and they write. To make it into negative, that we are learning today. Okay children, to make it into direct negative, we cannot add not directly. For that we have to make use of the auxiliary verbs do and does in the present tense. In the past tense, what do? We make use of did. Okay, that also I will tell you.